What's up? Welcome back to another episode of Beyond Real Estate. Today we got another special guest, my guy Ryan. I think the interview should be interesting. You let us know. But make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Let's get into it. Introduce yourself.
My name is Ryan. I'm from Miami. Real estate investor. I wholesale land and I invest in Cleveland with buying homes.
How did we first meet?
2020, you had an infield training. I think that was the first one in the pandemic. No, scandemic.
Scandemic, right.
Went there. That's when you actually had that as a 2-day.
Right. Yep.
And then the first day we met at, that's why you didn't even have a bus. You had to actually drive to the property.
Right.
So that met there. At the end of the training, I said, man, I'm not leaving until I get a property under contract. And then I did that. So that's how we met for sure.
So again, we met at the first Cleveland infield training that I had, where it was at the time it was a 2-day training, out in the field going through real properties. Ryan came from Miami. Ryan lives in Miami. Came to the training. At the end of the training, he told me what he just told you. He told me that he was going to stay in Cleveland until he got a property under contract. I didn't believe him. Everybody say that shit. Everybody say, yeah, I'm so hyped up. I'm pumped. I'm about to go crush this shit. And then I never hear from them again, ever in life, right? They stop and follow me. They like everything. So Ryan actually stayed in Cleveland at the hotel for what, 2 weeks? Or a week and a half?
Week and a half, yeah.
Week and a half. When you left Cleveland, how many deals you had under contract?
Four deals on the contract.
Came from Miami to the Cleveland infield training with the pros, left the training, stayed in a hotel until he got 4 deals under contract, and he don't even live in Cleveland. If that don't inspire you, I don't know what else will. So fast forward, after that training, continue to do the trainings. How many trainings you been to?
Over 6, 7. Oh, I can't even count. Probably 6, 7.
So after you done, those deals, and then you continue to do deals, why did you feel the need to continue to come to the Cleveland infield training? Why did you feel the need?
I learned something new every time, networking, just seeing people, even when I see my journey, seeing I was just, when I see somebody really starting, where I was at,
right,
being damn, I'm really that, not far ahead, but you know what I'm saying, seeing the progress, just networking with other people, and just, even I met people from Miami, when they, that's just crazy too. I always ask them, how you found this page? Just to see, okay. But yeah, just definitely, you learn something new every time, and just the networking, for sure.
So after the first few trainings, a couple of years, I started doing a mentorship, a group mentorship. Ryan didn't join the group mentorship. Shortly after that, I offered a one-on-one mentorship. Ryan joined the one-on-one mentorship, but Ryan was already, doing deals, and he joined the one-on-one mentorship. Why did you join the one-on-one mentorship and not the group mentorship? The group mentorship is, $6,500. The one-on-one is $25,000. Why did you join the one-on-one?
Honestly, I don't even think I knew you did a group. I don't even think you did a group first. Honestly, I don't know.
I did the group first.
Okay.
But I did the group first.
I was just one-on-one, because at the end of the day, just being, we talked about it yesterday, but having it close to you,
right.
You see I'm dead serious paying that, just like I did again,
right.
I joined the one-on-one again, just to have, I could call you right now, no problem, and you don't answer any, but I respect your time, just I want people to respect my time, don't call me just because you got my number, I pay for your time. Not like that,
right?
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
For sure, just to show I'm dead serious, I respect your time, and I want to grow, I want to be in certain positions, and even what we talk about, I can't talk to a lot of people about it. I don't even know who to talk to about certain things.
Right.
So I could talk to you about it, and then you open my mind to. I'm why didn't just a quick conversation saved me probably time and money, a conversation we had yesterday, for sure.
So before the one-on-one, how much was you making per month?
Probably 50K, 75K, more close to 50 consistently.
50 consistently.
Yeah. Probably, yeah.
So after the one-on-one, what are your numbers look like? Hold up. So here's the thing. I know I get it. You know, Ryan kind of shy a little bit, but here's my thing. If I was a scam artist or a fraud, like, you know, known for not doing what I say that I'm gonna do, teaching shit that I don't actually do, my mentees not having no success, that would be all over social media. I would be on CNN. And we continue to see that from people that's in the real estate game that's not doing what they say they gonna do. And we see that all the time. You know, when we do something wrong, we used to seeing that all of the time. But when we do something great, we don't see that often. When, you know, somebody that's really in the game and they actually do what they teach, we don't hear that often. When somebody in the game and their mentees actually winning with the things that they teach, we don't hear a lot about that. So that's why I asked Ryan the questions, because it's real. And what better way to let other people know that's interested in real estate, that want to change their bank account, want to change their life, what other way better than actually showing receipts, real results. Like, what's the best way? I think that's the best way. That's how I built my business, on doing the thing for real, relationships, and sharing the real receipts. That's how I built it. Like, me doing it for real, sharing the receipts. My kids doing it, and you could see them doing it. It's not like, you know, some of those people that's great at marketing, they pushing their kids to try to do it. They kids in the video like, I really don't want to do this. Like, you forcing me to do this because you got this mentorship thing going on and you trying to get these people in it. My kids do it for real without me. An added bonus, my mentees, they actually run into plays that I actually teach. And so that's the best way for me to spread the word, to let people know that is real, versus they sitting on the sideline traumatized because of, you know, they interacted, you know, with the wrong person that's not really doing what they say they're gonna do. So that's why I asked the question, that, you know, and I get it, but it's real. I see if we had to make up some shit, that's one thing, but it's real.
Yeah, I did 6 figures every month except for January this year. We're in June right now, so basically 4 out of 5 months, and that January I made 90. So, but every month made 6 figures since then. So yeah.
So what made you pick real estate? First of all, what were you doing before real estate? What were you doing before real estate?
Like way before or right before?
Right before, way before.
So like I was you know, making money not the legal way, you know. So like that's my old life. That's why I like to say my old life.
Right.
And then like I went to prison.
Right.
When I got out, I did like vending machines. Then I did Amazon. That was like that's what really took me to the next level, like with business. But then they suspended my account. So like they held my money, and I was making like $50K a month, like gross.
Amazon.
Yeah, and not the automation, like actually like buying shit and flipping it on Amazon. So like when they suspended my account, like I was just selling the inventory I had, but then I was like, yo, I gotta do something else. I'm used to making $50K a month, now I'm like making $10K a month. So I'm just trying to figure it out. I tried trading, that was bullshit. I couldn't get that right. Mm-hmm. But when I was in my old life, I looked into real estate before. Like, I always wanted to do real estate. So then I was looking into I don't know how exactly I found out about Cleveland, but then I seen somebody talk about Cleveland. Good thing I didn't go with them, God bless. Because they, you know, a lot of shit came out about them. But then I was like, all right, let me go there. And then that's when I knew Nita. So I was gonna meet up with her, and they just happened you was doing that first infiltrating that weekend. So I was like, might as well pay for that since I'm there. So yeah, I always like real estate. Like, that's why I be saying the drug dealers used to do back in the day. They used to buy real estate. So like, fuck it, man, must be good. So yeah.
Got it. How did you pick your real estate strategy, the strategy that you was going to start with? How did you pick that?
So at first, what I was looking at when I first heard about Cleveland, just like, you know what they say, buy, because I had business credit cards, like buy it, refi out, and do that. But then when I realized you can't do that in Cleveland, even though they said you could do that back when I was gonna do it with the other guy. Right. But then when I went to your class and just talking to Nita too, like, that's not, you can't really do that in Cleveland. I don't know about right now, but that was back in 2019 time. So like, that's when I was like, damn. And I didn't really want to wholesale because I just felt like, I don't know, that seemed like just like a lot of work and like I'm like convincing people to sell. Like it just feels sleazy. But then when I was like, that's the best way to get the greatest deals. And really, you solving people's problems too. Like they might inherited the house, they don't know what to do with it, they just want to get out of it. So it's not really you. It just had a bad connotation. But when I actually did it, I seen it wasn't like that for real.
Right.
Especially if you're doing it the right way. You're not trying to like scheme on people. So then that's when I switched to wholesale, and then I just been like that since then, since 2020.
So you started with wholesaling properties, right?
Yeah.
What made you switch from wholesaling properties to wholesaling land?
So on Instagram, so everything I learned been on the internet since my whole life, for real. So like, I was following this girl on Instagram, her name Derby, and then she was talking about wholesaling land, and I never heard about wholesaling land in my life. I heard about properties all the time, but land, so I was like, let me look into it. Then I was like, I knew like a developing market in Florida, so I looked at it. I got a deal like my first campaign, and ever since then I was like, this shit way easier than doing houses. I don't gotta walk the property. I ain't gotta convince them, cause their grandma house, they got sentimental value. It's just a patch of dirt. So when I seen how quick it was, how easy it was, how quick it was, I just been in love with it since.
Wow. So walk us through a typical land deal, like how you find it, the conversation, and how you sell it.
Okay, so me, I have my VA virtually drop for all this, so they actually pick land out on the county site, get the list, skip trace the list, do it through an SMS campaign. So, but before then, it depend on it, but like I usually have a criteria already from a builder. So I already reached out to all the big builders in Florida. They already tell me, hey, we're in this area, we're paying 20K. So I know, all right, I need to get everything under 20K, and I can sign to them. Make sense? So get the campaign, reach out to them, say, are you interested in selling? They might tell me a price, say it's like 15, for example, the 20K, they want 15, lock it up, sign it to the builder do all the due diligence, whether it's an environmental test, surveys, all that, and then close it. Everything check out, close, get the check.
So what's the average profit from a land deal?
It depends on the market, but I say like mine is like 3 to 5. So I just do hella volume.
3 to 5.
Sometimes I get 7, 8, but really I like 3 to 5 is like consistent.
And you like flipping land more than houses?
100%.
But the average on flipping a property is like 5 to 10K. Like if you're good, you're closer to 10, and then depending on the lead type and the zip code, you could do 20K.
Yeah.
All day. So why would you choose the land, 3K versus a house at
honestly,
at
I can get like 10 contracts in 1 week.
In 1 week?
In 1 week. I can show you. I can get 10 contracts in 1 week.
That sounds like drugs.
But yeah, I could get like 10 contracts, 10 contracts a week. And then not everything on the close, of course.
Right.
But if you're doing that consistently, but I'm gonna work harder than everybody else. That's different too. I'm different. Like I'm not bullshitting around. I'm like, I don't do this for fun. I don't do this on the side. This is my full time. So like, I'm gonna get 5 to 10 contracts a week consistently. So if you add that up, let's say 3K. That's on the low end. 3 times 10, 30K a week.
Right.
So that's why I don't know if you can get 10 contracts a week with houses unless you're doing it. I don't know.
You can. If
you're working hard, I'm just saying.
Like you.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
And that's rare.
Yeah,
I think that's why you was able to, to leave Cleveland with 4 deals your first time coming to Cleveland, because you was determined and you put the work in. And I always say this: it's not a shortage of opportunities. I repeat, it's not a shortage of opportunities. People talk about markets being saturated. Listen, hustlers gonna make a way, find a way, create a way. It's not a shortage of opportunities. It's a shortage of individuals that's willing to put in the fucking work until they get the outcome that they signed up for. Period. So one thing that stands out about my podcast is we out in the field. Like, we not sitting in an office that we rented with a suit on, in front of a whiteboard, making up shit that we read in a book. We actually out in the field. Like, I learned the real estate game from my first mentor out in the field. I had to buy a property. My mentor wasn't talking all day. He's like, listen, if you want me to teach you, you need to come with the cash ready to buy a property. And I'm going to teach you every step of the way, live and live in color. So I had to buy a property. So again, when I do my podcast, we out in the field. We either at my properties, my kids' properties, or my mentees' properties to show people that like this is real. Like if you go to my social media page, my content is not made up. It's like me in action, my kids in action, my mentees in action. And so I continue to share that. People see it. They see the consistency. They see not just me winning, but my kids winning, my mentees winning. And that's enough. If that's not enough to show you that this is real, real estate is not for you. So the property that we stand in right now is Ryan's property. It's a 4-unit apartment building here in Cleveland, Ohio. How did you find this building?
A wholesaler, yeah.
So a wholesaler reached out to you?
No, they actually marketed it. It was like a daisy chain.
Okay.
But then the person that was daisy chaining it, they didn't have no contact. I don't know. I think they got it from a wholesaler, wholesaler. So I was just like, let me just see what's around the area because I own a building literally a street over.
Right.
Another
next
40,
street.
Another 40 unit.
Right.
So I was like, let me see what's around because the reason I was interested is because it was literally a street over from my 40 unit.
Right.
So I was like, let me see what's for sale around just because I haven't checked in a while. So I looked and I seen it was on the market. So I was like, oh, let me reach out to them. But the wholesaler put on the market. That's like, you can do that if you put in a contract. You could put properties on the market, on the MLS, if you put it in your contract. So they put it on the MLS, so I reached out to them. And that's when I found out it was a wholesale deal, sent them my offer, and then, yeah.
How did you fund the deal?
Cash, my wholesale money.
Okay. How did you rehab it?
Cash.
Cash. How much is the building worth?
200. That's on the low end. I think you get.
Okay. At 4 units, how much you estimate the rent to be per unit?
$850. Not, but with the property manager, they try to get higher. So like the other building, like we have nothing less than $950 each unit.
Okay.
So, but $850 the range, like on the low end. I always try to think of it as a low end.
Got it. So you say you own another 4 unit on the next street?
Literally like
The next street.
Yeah.
How did you fund that one?
Cash.
How did you do the rehab?
Cash.
What makes you want to use cash versus using debt? I mean, loans.
Yeah.
What?
One, I see you don't do it. So I'm like, all right. 2, I don't want to work for the bank. 3, just like, when I think about it, it's just like, I feel like you got to get like double the properties or triple the properties to make the same amount of money. Okay. You get what I'm saying? Like to make the same amount. So like, why would I work harder to get more property when I could just grind it up and just own it outright? And what I'm gonna do with the cash anyway.
So how do you get the cash? Well, how do you get the cash to be able to spend that type of cash for these investments?
On my wholesale business, I do a percentage just for investments, like buy and hold. So every single check get divided up. It's not $1 I made since wholesaling that I didn't split up. So I split up how much I pay myself, how much for the wholesale business, taxes, buy and holds, and that's it. Yeah.
What would you say the percentage is that you allocate for buy and hold free and clear?
I think it's 35%. I feel like it's gonna go up like in the next like couple months.
So 35% of every dollar you get, you set it to the side.
Yeah. Before it was lower.
What changed?
When I had a conversation with you when we did the one-on-one, I told him my percentage, and then he was like, because I had another percentage like paying myself twice basically. He's like, yo, 1, you need to stop paying yourself that much. 2, like change the percentage up to buy more. So yeah, definitely having that conversation with you.
Yeah, so basically what I told him,
I think 40%, not 35,
40%. So basically what I told him is this, and I learned this from personal experience. I was one of those people when in my real estate business, I was paying myself a lot of money, right? But here's what happened. If you committed to paying yourself, just say 50% of the money. If you committed to paying yourself, that's just an example. You committed to paying yourself 50% of the money, you're not going to be motivated to grow the business because you're locked in with 50% no matter what the business is doing, whether it's struggling, going under, you getting 50%, so you're not motivated to grow the business. But if you cut that down to 10%, you pay yourself 10%, it motivates and inspires you to grow the business. Because if you want more money, you focus on taking the business to another level. So if your business bringing in $100,000 a month, you paying yourself 10%, that's $10,000 a month. If you want 20,000, it motivates you to take the business to 200,000, 300,000. So again, if you take care of the business will take care of you, guaranteed, right? And so the blueprint that I helped Ryan put together, when you think about it, if you take the least amount, put the most money in your business, and then you allocate the majority of the money to buy properties free and clear. You just put your head down in the business that you got that's bringing in the cash, set the money to the side until you build up enough to buy a property. It's going to be different for everybody. So say if you're in a market like Cleveland, you could buy a single family house for $15,000. You put the work in your business. Okay, you allocate 50%, 60%, whatever number you come up with, depending on how fast you want to reach your goal. You allocate the money over there. You got $15K. You buy a single family property for $15,000. You let the property sit, because if you pay $15,000 for it, it's probably going to need about $35,000 in rehab. $35,000 in rehab. So you let it sit. You go back to your business. You run the bag up. You get the money for the rehab. You do the rehab on that property. Now that property is completed, fully rehab. You put a tenant in place. You start collecting $1,250 a month. You're in a strong equity position, and you're in a strong cash flow position. You continue to put different things together to take your business to another level so it could produce more income. You go buy a 2-family, or in Ryan's case, a 4-unit, and you keep running the same play, recycling the money. What happens is, if your business slow down, you planted seeds. So you got single families, multi-units, that's free and clear, and that's bringing in strong cash flow. So you're in position. Most people make the mistake of not planting any seeds. They think that their business is going to continue to thrive year after year after year, and their lifestyle steady elevates along with their business. And when they have a slowdown or something go wrong, they're in trouble. But if you focus on taking a percentage of your money that you make and investing it in properties free and clear, if your business slow down, you're in a good position. If you decide that you want to go on a trip for 6 months straight while you figure out another plan for a different business, you in position. You in position. So before we had the one-on-one, like what did your blueprint look like?
I'm not even gonna lie. I don't even remember how much I was paying myself, but I think it was high. I didn't think it was that high, but when I told you, you're like, yo, that's kind of high. I don't think it was like 50%, but it was maybe not close, but something like that. So when you told me that, I was like, all right, let me switch it up. And then it did exactly what you said. It did motivate me to, like, I gotta make more money. I gotta grow the business. Even though I was, but it motivated me more because I didn't get complacent, but it's like, all right, I'm getting this no money, I'm cool. But definitely, when you lower that percentage, it makes you want to grind harder for sure, 100%.
What's 2 of your goals for this year? As it pertains to your business or real estate, 2 of your goals for this year.
2 of my goals would be definitely hit the 10K passively. Okay. And then another one, like, I'm gonna hit 7 figures regardless with wholesaling, but like 2 mil, like in assignment fees, like 2 mil. That's like a big goal, but okay, big goal. Good.
So the average person. Say the average person wanted to learn from you. I know you're not interested in teaching. I know you're shy. You're not interested in teaching. But just say we ain't gonna take the average person. Like let's start speaking like where we come from and like how our ancestors built this motherfucker. Mm-hmm. So say you take somebody like me and you teach me the wholesale land game. Yeah. Like what's the potential money that I can make in a 12-month period if figures. I follow your lead?
Minimum 6 figures.
Minimum 6 figures.
I feel like a quarter if you really dedicate that shit. And another thing is like it depends on your time. Right. If you don't got nothing going on, like you gonna dedicate your thing, right? For sure, a quarter. That's easy. 6 figures minimum. Right. Go ahead. Cause I see like my friends teach people and like I feel like what happens with people, they get a deal and get complacent. Like they'll get a couple deals and like, all right, I'm good. Cause you know they probably never seen that amount
Right.
in their life. But I just know like you just got to keep it going. Like that's how you really like scale. Just if you made 50K one month, they'll chill. Nah, like keep it going. Like you know what I'm saying. You just got to keep grinding it up. But yeah, I say like 6 figures. 12 months for sure, easy. That's 10K a month.
Right.
Right. Like 8K a month, 10K a month.
Yeah, something like that.
That's easy.
Yes, yeah.
That's easy. If you work though.
Right.
But yeah.
So, what made you live in Miami? What made you even look at Cleveland as a market to invest in when you first started, and you live in Miami? Why not do business in Miami versus coming up top?
Definitely the price point. Like for example, like my uncle, he's thinking about selling his house, and like I'm not saying he live in the best neighborhood, but his house, regular single family, like his house is worth like 350.
Okay.
Not in the best neighborhood.
Right.
But like even over here, I don't even think 300. How much? Where would you live at? Like what area is that?
300. Not around here.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So like
around here, 350. You could buy.
That's what I'm trying to see. Like
you could buy a bunch of houses.
Definitely
for
price
350.
point, and definitely 2020. The prices changed from 2020 to now. That's 4 years. So back then you could have got a single family all in. Well, 40 maybe.
Easy 40.
40. You know what I'm saying?
40.
Now
turnkey 40.
40.
Right.
Right now that price is double maybe.
Right.
Turn price.
You can get a single family turnkey 75,000.
That's almost double. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Almost double.
for
So
sure.
that's 4 years. So
Right.
it's just the price point. Even the price point double, and it's still way cheaper than Miami. You know what I'm saying? So definitely the price point, and I could see that I could own the stuff free and clear. Like I own 2 fourplexes. I just bought 2 single families free and clear. So definitely the price point. That's one of the reasons I joined the one-on-one too. I thought about it like in the middle of the conversation. Like that was before you was really offering like the project managers and stuff in the regular mentorship. So I knew if we did a one-on-one, I would hope he would give me a project manager to help me with the rehab because I just bought the other fourplex. That's one of the reasons I did the one-on-one. But yeah, but even with the one-on-one now, you provide way more resources and like hand-holding. Like if you want to do it, you can give all the plugs in it and how to run the play.
Facts.
So yeah.
Facts.
But yeah, just the price point, Cleveland definitely would attract me, 100%.
What's your end goal?
I know when you be talking about retirement, I'll be thinking about the same thing. I don't gotta just chill and not do nothing. Like, I don't know what the end goal. Just buy as much properties, just really make money, really. That's what I like doing. Honestly, when people be like, I just like making money, bro. Like, I don't know. But I've been doing that my whole life, so I don't know what the end goal is, bro. I got maybe sit on the island for 6 months, like you said, and realize it. But just like, I like grinding. I like working. When you call me, what I be saying, you be like, what you up to?
You working.
I'm working. You're working.
That's rare too, because for somebody that's living in Miami, most people go to Miami and they're gonna ball out of control. And every time they're gonna ball till they get broke.
Yeah, for sure. They get wrapped up in their Miami lifestyle, definitely. In my old life, even then, I would party, but I still work. But definitely, I see that people come to Miami, that Miami lifestyle swallow you up for real.
Yeah, every time I call you, you working. That stands out. And it goes back to what you said, like when you're really serious about, changing your life, changing your bank account, you could tell the people that's serious by, their daily activities, versus like the people that they always talking about, wanting to change their life, but you look at their activities, the activities are not life changing in the right direction. It's not, you know what I mean? What do you see?
Yeah.
Like, when it comes to people that's talking about they want to change their life versus the people that's actually changing their life.
I think they trying to convince themselves when they talking to you, like, hey, you don't want to do this. And I'm like, even when I meet certain people and like they talk to me about it, I'm like, you gotta show me more than God. I didn't hear that conversation a lot. Even these last 4 years, they see what I do, they'll talk about it, but when I check in a year later, they still doing the same thing. Like I don't see no progress. I ain't see nothing. So I mean, you just gotta have that in you. It's gotta be a switch in your mind to really like grind.
Right.
In my opinion.
So this the $1 million question. Why you laughing?
I don't know. I'm like, what's the
this the $1 million question. you actually do the thing. You have a lot of success doing the thing. What stops you from teaching others how to, change their bank account? What stops you?
Just like, I don't know. One, it's a couple things. It's me versus me for real. Like I'm becoming a reason why I shouldn't do it. But it's just like, I don't know, it takes time. I don't know. I'd rather just make my money quietly.
Okay.
And my friends teach it too, so I'm like, they could do that. But I know you always be like, man, people connect to you differently. You your own person, you know what I'm saying?
But that's how life is. Like your friends teach it, so your friends got a audience and people that are attracted to them for whatever specific reasons. If you teach it, it's going to be people that are attracted to you and that could learn from you.
Yeah.
Like, you ever been to Las Vegas?
Yeah.
You ever notice in Vegas, on the strip, they got hotels and casinos lined up for miles and miles and miles and miles and miles, all right next door to each other, right?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Some people like the Wynn, right? the Wynn Hotel, right? Some people like the MGM. Some people like New York. And some people like the Bellagio.
Bellagio too, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's something for everybody.
Yeah.
It's something for everybody. So it's the same thing in the real estate game, in the coaching space. And I think that we need more mentors and coaches that are actually winning and having success with the thing that they teach. Mm-hmm. I think we need more people that's genuine, authentic, and you one of those people. Yeah, like people can benefit from people that really got a love for the people and really got a love for the game.
Yeah,
for sure.
Let me hit my 7 figures this year. I'll do it.
Y'all heard him? Y'all heard that?
I'll do it.
Repeat it so they can hear you.
When I hit my 7 figures, I'm gonna handle it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it for y'all. If y'all really want it, drop something and I'll drop it. Like, I'll do it. But let me hit my 7 figures first, so I can be like, look, I had 7 figures in a year. This is why you can learn from me. That's another part too. Like I wanted to hit certain goals first. So yeah.
Hey, I appreciate you taking time out.
You my brother.
I appreciate our brotherhood.
Yeah, that's all
I appreciate our brotherhood.
He's really like my brother, my big brother. Like calling about even personal stuff. I could talk about it, but this is really like my brother for sure. And I know he look at me the same way. So yeah, I appreciate you. Everything. Appreciate everything.
Hey, thanks for tuning in. I hope y'all loved the episode. If you did, like, share, comment, subscribe. Thank you in advance. See y'all on the next episode. Peace.